Hey, Roulette Fools, Brent with AOB. We are finally back in Oregon. It's good to be home, but man, we had such a great time with Ravine and his gal, Sylvia, that it was hard to come home. Plus, the weather was amazing. We went swimming in the beach yesterday and stuff. I'll show some pictures later, but we're tired. We got in. It was a long flight. But I wanted to show this right now. Let's get to it. More jokes later. Total profit, $35,881. Our target, remember, $100,000 in 365 days. We are only at day 78. We're tearing it up. $64,000 left, and we still have over 9 months left to get that. So we're killing it. We want an average of $300 a day, and right now through day 78, and we haven't even added day 78 money into it, whatever we win or lose now, we're at $460. And as of today, we have $12,481 above what we would need at this point if we were making $300 a day. So we're crushing it. I also wanted to make sure I showed you, I think day before yesterday, or day before, the transaction. So you saw there's been no deposits into the account. Here is the total balance now. So here are, in these line up, here are all the deposits I made. I'm taking giveaway and swag that I've sent, and I've exaggerated these, so I'm actually counting more money out, which hurts me in terms of determining how much we have left. But I want to be super generous with the amount that I'm claiming for the stuff given away, so no one can even question, you didn't really claim enough, did you? A lot of this initially came out of my own bank account because we were still setting up Litecoin and etc. Most of that now, the giveaways are going to only be Litecoin, so it'll come straight out of this account so we can follow those transactions. But if you look at on these dates, I started tracking it on the 6th of May. You can see way back there, shortly after the big D day, right? The big dice day loss. We were at that level up there. I've had some pretty big drunk days here as much as recently, but I've also had some real banger days. Here's that 2,404. That was the day we did our live stream. Today alone, sitting in the airport waiting for our connecting flight in Seattle back to Portland, I got on dice and crushed it and made $15,000 in a hurry. Or actually, it might have been more than that, but I also lost 1,000 or two right there at the end. But anyway, so we ended up today 14, yesterday 12,000, the day before 12. So right now, total account balance, I told you by the end of the year, we're going to be way up. We're only down 38,538 now, all the way down from 80. I mean, we've made $40,000 up, and that's with these dumbass days I had here of getting crazy. Gonna put the kibosh on that. As Swelly said, 100% of the time that you're drunk and you play dice, you lose. That's a heck of a that's actually a startling statistic. Anyway, so let's get to it here. We're gonna do I'm gonna try to do our normal here, our normal 9th Street. I've been playing around with a couple other things I want to show you guys. And what does it look down here? 7, 35, 31, 13, 13. Kind of, but there's a 5, 3, 31. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go 1, 3. We're gonna go 1, 3, 4 for 35. Let's get in there. And this is my favorite guy right here, Shanky, my man. So let's see if he's always been good luck for me. Shanky, I appreciate it. So we're going to see what we can do. I'm going to turn him on so maybe you can hear him. And doing well, Shanky, doing well. So I've been playing around with a couple other strategies I want to show you. And there's been a lot of questions that I've been trying to field about how much should we be wagering, how much should we be doing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to try to answer it. But this week, I'm going to put together a very beginner, for those of you that are new to the channel, put together a very beginner video on the basics of roulette and kind of build it up to how we're playing and what I've been explaining, so that you should be able to watch this tutorial and basically be able to get completely caught up here and know what I'm talking about. The payouts, the bankroll that you should have, etc. Some of the stuff that I've been going over. If you hadn't had a chance yet, hit the subscribe button down below. We are crushing it. I mean, we are crushing it with subscribers. Now, I've had some people type in the chat, oh, these are all fake paid for fake subscribers that are somehow you pay, I guess, for a bunch of subscribers to sign up on YouTube. Something, I don't know. The problem with that is, no, we're not paying for fake subscribers. So that's the first big thing. The second thing is, if you go look at some of the videos, go through the video list, you'll see, like, for example, those low bankroll videos, we're hitting 20,000 views on those. I'm pretty sure fake subscribers don't take the time to go watch our videos. That's just a thought. We have the how-to video, how to transfer crypto. Now, that's been in for a while. That was one of the very first ones that I made. Like maybe 2 weeks into it. And that has, I think, over 20,000, maybe 30,000 views on that one, which is, for other bigger channels, that's not a lot. But for us, that's a ton, because our average, especially the low bankroll that happened last week, it's got so many people looking at that, versus our average is, by this time is somewhere around between 2,000 to 5,000. So to hit up in the 18,000, 20,000 range, the fact of the matter is, the way the YouTube and Google algorithms work is, the more views your channel gets, the more you show up in the search results, right? The more you show up. So it's sort of that the rich get richer, right? And the poor get poorer, because it becomes increasingly, it's difficult to start out because you don't have any views. And so you're trying to get up there. But as you start growing, at least that's what I read. And Luigi, and he's kind of my marketing guy. Not kind of, he is my marketing guy. We've been talking about that. And that's why you see we were playing around with the titles of the videos. We were playing around with the new thumbnails that Luigi's been putting together, because we were trying to figure out how we could attract more, so that you could start breaking into the home screen when you first get into YouTube. How do we get our name up there? Or when you do a search for Roulette, how do we come up on some of those first search results? So there's our first loss, dang it. Sorry folks, I didn't get this up here. Total game. So let's get this up here for you. So anyway, for any of you who think these are like fake paid subscription, 100% guarantee it's not. I'll put a bounty out there. You want to show that our channel's getting, I don't know, 10,000 fake subscribers in the last 2 weeks or something? That would be awesome. I will put my money where my mouth is. $5,000 bounty. You show that I'm paying for fake subs. It's not happening. And like I said, fake subs, I don't believe, would go look at all the videos that we've been producing, especially a couple of those that are just crushing it. So anyway, that's that. No more to it. I'm super proud of the team and all the work they're doing. The Discord channel is a big part of why we're popping too. The live stream, we had such an influx of people coming in, and even the people that didn't join, influx of Discord, our membership just went boom. And even the people that didn't join Discord, off the live stream, we were touting our YouTube channel. Where do you think they went after that live stream? Those that were watching, they went to YouTube. So anyway, it's been organic. It's been amazing. And I'm just super excited that I think we're approaching 20,000 subs now. I mean, in 2.5 months. So I'm extremely, extremely happy about that. So, and it's not just me. I want to give a shout out to, there's been so many people making this happen. So, I mean, Luigi's been doing a good job of marketing and building it. Max has been doing a great job of starting his stream and really helping me get set up on Kick and doing his own streams, as you saw. I think he did another one today, which was really successful. Someone won a $115 giveaway. I guess something to do with slots. You guys know me, I'm not crazy about slots. And then I have my other admin, Swelly, who's been doing a great job, not just going into and just doing admin stuff, but promoting and giving everybody the bonus codes, the daily codes that you get, that you can put in for free money. He's been keeping on top of that for everybody, policing the channel, making sure, because we've had some pretty, sketchy people come in and try to sabotage the channel, and that's just really too bad. So, and then we have our moderators. They've been doing a ton of work. So this has been a team effort, and I'm just extremely grateful how far everyone's got, how far we brought this community along. So shout out to all of you. And then we had our bounty, right? We had Jeet and Rex Onks, who got each $52 for their suggestion, and then they won. Oh, there's a loss, dang it. And then, well, we lost the first all on black, and I doubled down, and we got lucky, and they got it. So I'm super happy about that they got those. I'm not going to be doing that in the future, but that was another inaugural one that I thought, we need to come away with a win on this one at least, right? So, anywho's, back to this. I'm hoping we can bust up to 300. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go buy a pizza and some beer. And because tomorrow, man, I really put on some weight. So tomorrow I can't use it. I used to say I'm going hardcore starting Monday. And boss lady's like, you should not be saying hardcore anymore. So we're going to get up at a different term because apparently I've failed too many times after I said I'm going to go hardcore on Monday. So I've been banished from using that term. I'm going to double up on this one. I'm feeling pretty good. But I've been playing with a couple other different strategies that I've been playing with. And yeah, I've been coming up with some and I've been playing around with them and to see how they'd work out. And so I kind of want to show you something. Hopefully I have time tonight. If not tonight, then maybe tomorrow. And then I'm going to try to be live streaming throughout the day, each and every day. So I'm going to try to take these, and that'll be, I don't know if I'll do the live roulette yet on the live stream. And when I say live roulette, meaning, oh my gosh, Shanky, you're killing me. Come on, buddy. You know better than this. 10, 16, 2, 33, 3. All right, here we are at 540. So I'll probably be doing dice. Like I said, I mean, if we come back to this thing, total balance, you look here, I mean, I have literally been crushing dice. It's only when I get really stupid and I'm not paying attention am I having these really stupid big losses. But I've been doing really, 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 really well on dice. So I kind of want to show what I'm doing. And so that anybody that's interested, and again, it'll always have the giant caution that says this is some scary shit. Don't do it unless you're really, really, really willing to lose the money. I mean, seriously. All right, there we go. At least we got that one. Let's go again. But I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty excited about the live streaming on Kick. The link to Kick is down below in the details. If you join Kick and then you become a follower, you'll get notified, so you don't have to know when I'm going to be doing it. You'll get a notification. If you're around, jump in and watch it. If you're not around, don't worry about it, And I'll try to, once we get going, I get a little bit more familiar with the live streaming and get a little more comfortable, I'll start trying to do sessions at a steady time, or at least the primary session, and then I'll have satellite sessions of smaller play. But as you know, sometimes I jump on and I'll play for a little bit, then I'll take a pause and I'll go do something. And I would rather do that. And there'll be days where I'll sit down and certainly, damn, dude. Come on, Shanky. You're killing me. 2, 3. Oh, man. All right. He keeps hitting that. I should switch up, but I'm looking at here and we've got the fourth. We got the first, second, first. I guess we've got none. Well, there is 19. There's 3. So that 1, 2, 4 wouldn't work great either. 16 would, but maybe 1, 2, 4 is. Oh, no, there's 33. So he's hitting. So maybe we ought to switch over to Centipede. But we got a 33 and we got a 2 and a 3. So, all right. Come on, Shanky, get us out of this, man. All right. Let's see if we can get another one of these. Anyway, so tune in. Hit the subscribe button down below. For all those that are new and however you found us, I'm super glad to have you. And I'm going to do a better job of taking time to kind of explain quickly so that our people that are used to the video know already, don't get bored to death, but that those of you that are following it can understand. So just real quickly, we're doing 9 streets. You can see we have 1, 2, 3. The streets these covers the 3 numbers above it. So this covers 1, 2, and 3. 27 total numbers. However, my Shanky Modo. Dude, he's killing us tonight. All right, we're going to go for one more. Okay, so let's see if we can climb out. We're all the way down to 2,000. It's not exactly where we want to be. Again, I'm retired and I'm hungry, so I really don't want to take any breaks and come back to this thing. So let's see if we can get out of this. If I lose this one, I got to rethink because I'm down to 1670. Okay, phew. All right, there we go. So we got 2888. All right, we need a second one, Shanks. Don't get us out of this hole. Get us out of this hole, buddy. All right. Anyway, so subscribe. Welcome new users. We're doing 9 streets. Whatever you bet when you're playing 9 streets or 27 numbers, whatever amount you bet, you win a third of that. Right? So 2160, we win a third. It's going to be what? 723.60, 720. We're going to win, we profit $720. We're down $449. So we didn't have to go up this high to get back, but we did. And so look at that. We're at 270 already. Booyah. There we go. All right. So you win 1/3. So in other words, every time you lose, if you flat bet, which means you keep the bet the same, you have to win 3 times for every loss. So that's why we double it, which another name for doubling your bet is called martingaling. I prefer. Some people say martingaling is wicked, wicked. Oh. At least we dropped down to 135, right? Man alive. Where does it be hitting? 21,859. You know, let's go to, let's do millipede. All right. Let's hit millipede, and we're going to double millipede up because we just lost 134. So when I say 134, and you see these bets up here, 124, 134, that means what street I'm betting on in each dozen. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 streets per dozen. I'm betting the first street, the third street, and the fourth street. Repeat on the next dozen. Oh. All right, here we go. Here we go. So now we're betting millipede. This is differing from centipede. This was brought in by a member who said, try this out. You're covering 9 streets again, except each street has a slightly lower amount. And then in the double street, which covers 2 streets, you see these $20 units in the middle. Those cover those 2 streets. So if you hit the inside 7 streets that are between the 2 ends, you win a little bit more. If you hit the 2 end streets covered by the millipede, you don't win very much. All right, there we go. Come on now. What does that get us to? Is that it? 75? Thought we would. All right. All right. So I'll describe it more, and when I do the how-to video for beginners or for people new to roulette, I shouldn't say beginners because, I mean, okay, new to roulette, you may have been playing gambling for a long time, so I don't want to call you a beginner, but I'll do a walkthrough and show all this stuff, and I'll try to make it with diagrams and whiteboarding, and so it's really clear. I understand it's kind of hard to look at this big mess up here and kind of when I'm speaking and kind of know, so I'll highlight streets and stuff. Whew, thought I was going to get that 3. All right. Where does that bring us? 275 again. Awesome. All right. So let's go back down to millipede, 130, and see if we can. We only need one more win, and then we're done. But I want to come back. I want to win. If millipede's doing pretty well, or we could have just done centipede. It doesn't. Like I said, I really don't, after playing it that one day and seeing that when you hit the ends, because you win significantly less than if you would have just had centipede on there, I personally just think it works out in the wash. So it's just but I have a new different strategy I want to show you, and I think you'll like it. And we'll give that one a go later. And I got to add that to my favorites here so it's easy to bet. Oh, come on, dude. Man, he's really liking the end there. He hasn't hit. I just know as soon as I go down, I put it down here, he's going to hit down up here. Because I'm thinking, look at this. He hasn't hit above 31. Jeez, he hasn't hit above 31. We should have gone to either 1 centipede or 2 centipede. So for those who are new, 1 centipede means you start your 9 streets at this very first street. There's 12 streets, right? 1, 4, 1 street, 4 street, 7 street, 10 street, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 12. The 12th street is 34, 35, 36. When I say 1 centipede, it means we do the first street starts here and we do 9 streets, 1, 2, 3, right? So it's all consecutive, starting with 1. A 2 centipede means we start our centipede at 4 and it ends all the way down here at 25? 3 centipede goes from 7 to 28, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, where are we at here? 245. And I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it high because I want to get this. I want a knockout punch here. What was it? 12. Okay. So we'll see how we do here. So yeah, flight was fairly easy. So we're in Seattle. We're waiting for our connecting flight from Seattle to Portland, which is like a 50-minute flight or whatever. It's a super short flight, but we have like a 2.5-hour layover. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, I might as well get my laptop out, and there's Wi-Fi here, and I might as well play some dice while I'm waiting there. And all of a sudden I start playing, and initially I lose, right? So I'm down like $1,800. And I'm like, okay. And it sucks. Oh, we're at 34.5. Let's just keep going for a little bit while I tell this story. So we're sitting there and I'm down a little bit. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm playing on a laptop, but the touchpad, it's not nearly as nice as with a mouse and the space bar where I can move. And I've got a nice big screen. I'm on this, so I'm like, maybe I should just, call it a day and wait till I get home. And then, so I shut my laptop off and then I'm like, you know me, I'm like, no. Okay, open it up, get back on there, and then just crush it. I mean, it's like a graph going all the way up there. Oh, dang it. All right, that's all right. So I ended up going all the way up to and making about 15,000, a little bit more than that, but I had lost it too. So I came back and my total profit was ended at like $13,000 or $14,000 waiting for our connecting flight. So then I'm like, I'm such a roll, but I'm like, okay, stop. So I did stop before it was over because I was like, I don't want to lose this. So we get on the plane and I grab my phone. Now I'll tell you one of the two things about Steak US that I absolutely love, and steak.com has it as well. But what I absolutely love, nice, is that, let's see, where does this put us here? All right, 315. Let's just, we're going to leave it where it's at, 260, is that you can actually, let's get rid of that. Let's go back down to 130. Let's be safe. The mobile site, which means that there's not an app, but if you go to just the website on your phone, their mobile version is outstanding. I mean, the graph, the digital games, the roulette, outstanding. You go to Bet Online and look at their online mobile website is trash. I mean, absolute trash. So that's just another All right. We better just get this and get it done with here. So anyway, yeah, it's pretty junky what it is. So check out that. And so between the graph that you get here, right here, this graph that lets you watch how much you are and above. So it's so much easier than trying to keep track of a balance down here as you're playing. Between this graph and being able to have a mobile browser that actually works really well for a non-app, play, what's the word I'm looking for? Experience. The actual mobile using it through Chrome. I use it through Chrome, but whatever is outstanding. So well done, Steak, on putting some thought into the number of people that are playing on a phone. Anyway, so I get on the phone and I have to go back and see who it was. He sent me an auto. You know, when you go play dice, you can set it on auto and set up some rules and just let it go. And I firmly tell everybody that's very, 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 very dangerous. Nearly every time you will lose. So he sent me this strategy with, there's just only a couple rules and it's very, very simple. And man alive. All right. Here we go. Let's see if she can pick it up, man. I don't know what's going on with those. Anyway, so I had about a little over $200 in rake back. For those of you who don't know, rake back is on stake. Every time you play and you bet, they give you a percentage of that back to you, and that accumulates into this account. And whenever you want, you go say, I want that money back, and you can do it as often as there's money there. You can put it back into your playable balance. So I had like $200 some in rake back from playing previously, and I pulled that in, and so oh my Lanta, wowzers, we dug ourselves this hole right here, right? Anyway, so I get on the plane, and at first I put this auto session in, and I set the balance, or the bet amount, to start at 1 penny. And I set a stop limit of like $30. And I'm put it on auto and say go, and you see the dice moving around, and it's doing okay, but it's 1 penny, so it's not making much. And then I, literally, it's going, and then I turn my head to do something for a second, get something on my bag while we're waiting for the plane to start taxiing and stuff. And all of a sudden the game stopped, and there's this cliff. And that is what will happen many, many times if you play dice on auto mode, where it's just running. So be very, very careful and make sure you set your stop losses and all that kind of stuff into it. Know what you're doing. That's definitely an advanced mode. A great reason to get into our Discord channel. There is a channel with a sub channel in our Discord just about dice, just about these strategies. Swelly's been pioneering this and playing this a lot, so he's got it and he shares it. We don't do that bullshit where you come in and we'll sell you the strategy, or I keep it. I know there's other YouTubers out there that say, oh, here's how I play, but my best strategies, those are secrets. You have to buy those. F word off. You know what? That's just dumb. All right, look at 305. All right, let's see if we can make some tracks. I'd love to get up to 400 here real quick, then go get a pizza. Anyhow, so it crashes, and I'm like, yep, that's what happens a lot of times when you leave the auto going on, whether it's on any of those digital games. The computer decides enough's enough. So I still have a balance of around 180 or something from where it crashed and took out like $33, or I don't remember. It was something like that. I must have set my stop limit like at $35 or something. Anyway, so I'm like, you know what? I just grabbed 15 grand. So I put all my money, it was already in the vault except for that remaining $280 or something. See, we hit this outside on this millipede, so we don't get very much money now. We only win $20 instead of, it would have been $45 we're playing normally. So I'm like, you know what? Why am I setting a stop limit? Let's just let the remaining balance of 200 stuff go. So I set the starting bet at 25 cents, and I set the multiplier, which is where you slide the dice where you want it, and I set it at 50%, which means every time it hits on the winning side of that 50%, you double your money, just like on 1 to 18, even odd, these outside bets, 50%. And I'll tell you the strategy right now that he gave me. On losses, you double. On wins, you halve. Every win, you start halving the bet. Every loss, you double. And it doesn't reset. That's just what it does. And so I put it at 25, and I'm thinking, I'm just going to lose this $200. Guarantee it. I hit go. We're already starting to taxi out. The plane's backing up, and I'm just getting ready to go. I hit go, And then we're taxiing on the way. And I'm like, okay, come on, hurry up. Go, go, go. I hit 25 cents. I see the graph just start going like this. It's not doing a whole lot because you're winning 25, 50 cents at a time, $1. And then it starts going on this losing streak. So I see this cliff going, which because it's doubling on every loss, double, 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 double. And I'm watching the bet sizes and it's getting up to like 65, $80 or something. And finally it hits a win. So it shoots me up and it does it a couple more times. So you're winning some real big wins. And then because it's not resetting back down to a base bet of 25 cents, if it got up to say $80 and then it wins, you win $80. The next bet is $40. You win that one, you win 40. Next thing you know, this graph is taking off. And just as we're taxiing from the taxi onto the runway, I hit $1,005 and I just hit stop right there. So I took it from somewhere around $200 to $1,000 on my phone. That was freaking outrageous. That was awesome. I was like, dang, man. That was crazy. Now, again, please, with caution, do you use the auto or even play dice, period. But I'm going to show it on my next dice video. I'll show that and give credit to where credit is due on that one. And because he saw it somewhere, it's not his, but I'd like to credit. You know how I feel about strategies. Now, dice may be a little different because I think it's fairly new to the community, or a lot of at least new people. So I think people do come up with these strategies and these rules. So that's fair. But you know how I feel about strategy and roulette, even like this millipede. It's just a variation. You can F with this any way you want. This is no better, no worse than just doing straight up 9 streets. You're still covering 27 numbers. It'd be the same of going, well, on this first row, I'm going to put 20, on the next one, 10, 20, 10, 20, and just alternate back and forth. See, so we've hit now the ends here in a couple times. We're losing out on that. Instead of making 45, we're only making 20. You get 50 on the inside, but now we're only getting 20 on those last 2 hits. So we're at 495. Let's get a couple more. We can get it to 500. I'm going to call it. And then if I have time tonight, we'll come back and have some fun. Ideally, I'd love to get to, I like to get in about 600. Before I kind of get into the fun money strategies. But I kind of just want to show you, we're not going to play hardcore on these strategies. And if we lose a couple $100, we'll try to keep us above 300. So anyway, but it was pretty funny though. I don't know about you guys. I'm warm. I don't like being cold, and I get cold in airplanes. It's like they have 2 temperature settings: freeze your ass off or hot as hell. That seems to be like the only temperatures they have. And usually it's miserable for me, I'm more miserable if I'm cold than if it's hot. That's just me. So I bundle up. I see people getting on airplanes with, flip-flops and basketball shorts and a skimpy tank top. And I'm like, I don't know what plane you're getting on, brother, but the one I'm getting on is a fucking refrigerator. So hey, and they don't seem to be, I watch them. I actually will keep an eye on some of these folks in the thing going, I'm waiting for you to start like doing this, going, oh, this was a terrible idea. And they don't. They just don't. They're not bothered whatsoever, So we're dressed up. But anyway, we were lucky enough to get, we only had on the way there, on the long leg from Seattle to Fort Lauderdale, we did not get seats together, but we were front and back. So all the way back though, we had the 2 legs, we had seats together, and we're flying back from Fort Lauderdale to the Seattle, and I'm watching, I think I was actually playing Roulette Royale, practicing around with some different strategies, and then I was watching, I think, the Witcher Origins. I'd already seen it, but I was watching it again, and she was watching something, and she has her hand like on my lap, right? It's on. Yeah, she's laughing by. She knows what's happening. She has her hand on my lap, and it's like right here on the top of my thigh, sort of on the inside of my thigh. And she's not even aware of it really, but she's kind of like rubbing my thigh, right? And at some point I have to lean over. I like whisper in her ear going, hey baby, and unless you want some sort of happy accident happening here pretty soon, you better stop. You better stop that. She's cracking. I'm like, you better stop it. Otherwise I'm not going to be able to stand up for a while. Anyway, she's like, oh no. Oh my. Oh, did it suddenly get hot in here? Oh, God. Oh, man. I'm like, well, Papa's going to want to eat when he gets home. Oh, my goodness. That was a good trip. She's a great sport. So anyway, see, I'm sharing everything with you guys. Maybe TMI, right? Maybe TMI. True story, bro, right?
You were challenged with, I was behind her the whole time. You went on to say that.
So yeah, you went from, just before you told her everybody that she was rubbing your thigh, you told her, I was behind her the whole time on the last flight. Yeah, I could see how that sounded. Now she's really giving me ideas. Oh, look at that. We're at 665. You know what I'm going to do? I know it's stupid. A win in the middle here would give us $50, and that would take us to 700. That would give us a little bit more room to go. Anyway, yeah, and I'm laughing now because there's this one cat, RSV, or I don't know, at RSV, blah, blah, blah. He's the same troll that keeps getting on there and keeps somehow touting that I'm not the live roulette challenge, that I'm way down because of the crazy day I had on dice. And he's like, yeah, but he played digital roulette and that counts. No fool. Troll fool. That's what I'm calling. He's not a roulette fool. He's a troll fool. Oh, look at that. 7:15. Just makes you want to keep going right now, but I'm hungry. Anyway, digital roulette did not count. I was even very clear about that the days before D-Day. That digital roulette, the digital gates had nothing to do with this, but whatever. I think we should have a little leniency, a little understanding, a little empathy. I think he's challenged. I think basic concepts are hard for him or her. I'm not sure if it's a him or her, but I think basic, easy, rudimentary, fundamental concepts, he or she finds it very, very difficult. So we're going to be patient. RSV, we welcome your comments, and we welcome to try to help you learn and become a productive member of society. And maybe through watching these videos and through the community support, you can get the point to where you can apply for, I don't think you can apply for many jobs, but maybe we can get you somewhere in the workforce where this doesn't require too much thinking. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to be back later. It's 7:15 is our gain right now. You know what? While we're here, just in case I'm not back later, let's go into our daily tracker. Let's put this. Yesterday was a monster day at $968 plus 715. Look at that. We're going to save that. We're going to come here to our graph. And today's day 78, right? Yep. Graph plus that plus 715. Boom. Look at this graph. Well, we can go into our summer sheet. Look at that. Booyah. I mean, we're getting close to having all the way back up to where this cliff was and being above the 120 day, well before 120 days. And let's do this for giggles. Let's come down here, over here to the graph. Let's click the graph and let's expand this out now from 120 days. Let's go out to 150. Let's go out to 180. That's 6 months, right? And I forgot to pull it over this direction. There we go. Okay, look at that. That's out 180 days, I think. Right? Did I do this right? Maybe I didn't do it right. Yeah, that is over here. 180 days. I think I need to, I don't know why it's not updating over there. I need to see what's going on. But anyway, this is out 180 days. We're only at day, 78 is what I said? 70. Yeah, we're only at day 78. And this is where we need to be at the end of 6 months. And we're already here at this point. So, I mean, we are crushing it. We're crushing it. So, and the last thing I'll say is, man, we had several people come into the Discord channel say, I want to take you up on your challenge to, you know that you're not going to get to 100,000 and then we never hear from him again. So whatever. That's cool. That's all right. Because you've had second thoughts and you realize, oh, man, I think he is going to do it. Anyway, it's good to be back home in terms of being able to have a computer with a large screen and not be stuck on a laptop. And I hope to be more energetic tomorrow and be a little bit more rested. And we're going to do some live streams. Stay tuned. But I'm going to try to be back tonight just to have some fun. We'll play around with a couple different strategies. I hope you guys all have a great Memorial weekend for those of you that have that holiday. I hope you all had a great weekend as well for you outside of the United States. And I'll be back. Be good humans. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. Cheers. Hey, we're back. Okay, I just thought I would jump back in for a real quick evening session, and I'm going to show you this new strat. I call it Mr. T. You put 1 unit. I'm not going to have time to get to it. So we're going to do that across the 3, except this one's actually supposed to be up here. But you can really do it. So basically what you're doing is you're putting 1 unit on a double street. You're putting 2 units on a corner, 1 unit on the middle corner, and 1 unit. So these are all 3 overlapping, right? Now, let's try it again. Let's see if I can get it. We lost on that one. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. And then down here, 1, we go up top, 1. All right, we'll have to get the third one in here in time. So if you hit these outside of the T's, it's a break even. You hit any of these 4 numbers here in the middle of the T, and you get a bonanza. So 18, see that, boom, that hit. Look at $33 win, look at that, boom. Come on, graph, reflect. All right, let's redo this one, and then we'll come over here and 1 here. We're going to go low. 2 on the outside of the T's, 1 unit, 2 units. There we go. So a total bet of $18. And we are covering 27 numbers. I don't count the 6th. I don't count these ones at the base because these are all losses, even though there's a split. It's a partial loss. See, that's a break even. So we broke even. So staying static there. So we're covering, you can see down here, we're really covering these numbers down here per dozen, right? We're covering 8 numbers times 3. So this is 20, we're covering 24 numbers, even though we're technically covering like 30 and 33 and 16 and 19 and 6th and the 9. They're mostly a loss. So I consider those just completely uncovered, even though we are. So we're covering 24 numbers. There's a 33. So that's even though it's covered, it's a loss. I mean, we only win 6 out of 18. So we're going to double up. We're going to double up on losses and go from there. Okay, now I have to admit right off the bat, even though I was playing around with this, my whole point of this is, A, you heard me say I came up with this system. Listen, I didn't come up with this system. I mean, I effed around with it, and I came up with this little T, whatever. The point is, it's a 24-number system, okay? It's 24 numbers. Any way you want to skin it, it's 24 numbers. All right, we lost again. We're going to double up. So you can take and decide to cover 24 numbers, and you can jazz it up, make shapes, make icons, do whatever you want, and call it, hey, I created a system. I call baloney. Number 2, I have no doubt someone else has done Mr. T system or something similar. So this was really more of a lesson, and it was supposed to be a little bit of humor, a little bit of sarcasm, with a little bit of a lesson thrown in there, right? You're not doing it. This is 24 numbers. It's the coverage. Now, in this case, so this hits the outside, so it's a break even. So in this case, these are one of those that people come up with, or they create these systems where you get these jumbo hits in the middle, right? It's almost like millipede versus centipede. And the reality is we've already hit this outside a couple times, twice now, which are break evens, versus if we were playing just a 24 number system, say 2 dozens, you'd be winning on every single number that you hit. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know that's what I prefer. I prefer straight up, you hit a number, no matter what you hit, no break evens, no partial wins, no partial losses. They pay out. To me, those are better. I don't believe in that. I'm not a fan of the bonanza numbers. All right, there's another loss. All right, we're doubling up again. Now I think, and I'm not sure because I was messing around with this with Roulette Royale app on the plane after we had taken off. And that's really what Roulette Royale is actually very, very good about, is just trying out systems, seeing what the payouts are, not necessarily, I have as much faith in Roulette Royale being completely random as much as I do with the, digital dice and stuff like that. So 32. All right, that's right here. That hits us in our bonanza. Let's see what that pays out. We're down 98. What does that give us? 264. Where does that bring us? Booyah! So we recover in a hurry. Let's see if I can get this going on. Oh, I almost got it. Oh, and that was supposed to be at the bottom. Not that it matters. You can put it anywhere you want. I was trying to also make a point that we build these pretty patterns on here, making it feel like it's any better. It's not. Who cares if you leave at the top, you pull at the bottom. All right, there's 20. Look at that. That's another bonanza number. Hey. Maybe I'm onto something. Maybe I've invented something. So what I did is, can I drag? I cannot drag and drop these. Oh, well. We'll just leave it up high. So 2, 1, 2, and I played around with it, looking at the numbers just to make sure that it could go, because you could go 1, 1, 1 across the top, but then you hit these outside, and these are losses. So I decided to make them overlapping. I played with all sorts, and I've seen similar, things such as this. So there's another break even. So look at all these break evens we're having. So yes, we got a bonanza. So then what I did on Roulette Royale is I played the exact same thing, except I played 24 numbers straight up, either 2 dozen. I played hopscotch, which I've shown before, which is basically 24 numbers again, except you're taking, you're choosing 6 corner bets that do not overlap for 24 numbers, and they gave it a name, hopscotch. It's 24 effing numbers, man. You could use 2 columns. That's 24 numbers. You could, so, all right, 28. So that's a partial loss. If we had put in our 3 down there, that would have been a nice bonanza win. All right, so we're going to double up, and we're at $36. We have a new dealer. And we'll see where we go. So this was more of a joke more than anything else, to be honest with you. Just kind of show you that you can, like I said before, you can put lipstick on a pig, but at the end of the day, it's still a pig, right? And so we can dress these things up, but to me, they all come down to what's your coverage on your numbers, and whether you decide that some of those numbers are break evens, some are bonanzas, some are partial losses. You play it enough, it's going to come out the same in the end because you can't get away from that. All right, we hit one of those in the middle there. So what does that bring us up to? All right. We're just going to go across the top. This is where I should be using the other server because I can save a bet. All right, we got it almost there. We got it almost there. So, yeah, I call this Mr. T. It's my system, and yeah, I'm going to submit it to the Roulette Master and to CEG, and maybe I give it a better name than Mr. T. Something cooler. I don't know if you guys can detect more sarcasm in my voice. All right, so we're going to finish breaking even on this one, and then we'll actually move on to another strategy. I thought we're going to go back to the other server where I can save it, and maybe we'll play around with holy splits, which I'm not a huge fan of holy splits. Maybe we will do a couple other popular strategies that I've seen. They're just really regurgitated. I literally went through all of like the Roulette Master. I went through a bunch of CEGs looking for something unique. And really, when you start looking at them all, they're all just regurgitations. You know, just same puke thrown up. All right, look at that. All right, so that did pretty good for us. So you know what we're going to do here? Let's do this. That was 18, right? All right, we're going to do 20 bucks. Here we go. So that was 11 spins for $70. Let's see how we do just sticking on second and third. 11 spins for $70. Okay, let's reset it. Let's see how we do. 24 number coverage. Again, it's not really fair with 11 spins. That one could have done better, and then this one could have done worse. I mean, you got to do it a lot more than that. All right, there's one. So we're going to do exactly what we did last time. We're going to just martingale as we go. And we leave it at martingale until we at least break even. So the other one, we had break even numbers, so we had to keep rebetting. But then when you hit one of your inside the T numbers, then you would, which is 4 numbers. So there were 12 numbers in that system that would give you positive. Damn cat's scratching on the carpet. All right, so there's a hit. So that should be a break even, right? So now let's hopefully we can get some in a row. I mean, and you can call this, I mean, in some respects, I guess Roulette Master uses first and second and calls it the Holy Grail. People have submitted a ton of strategies on his site, which is second and third, but when you lose, you sit out until it hits back over here, then you bet in. So you can do any kind of tricky, betting progressions or sit and wait you want. At the end of the day, guess what? It's a 24 number system. 24 number system. Now, that being said, I do enjoy seeing variation just to make it fun. And I like that. Sort of like millipede, centipede. It's just kind of fun. Gives us something to do. But I would bet with anyone like 24 number system, if you're going to cover 24 numbers and I'm going to cover 24 numbers, and we're going to, my cat's now throwing the ball around, and we're going to use the same amount over a period of a decent amount of time, we'll both come out relatively the same. All right, look at that. We did, 11 spins for $70? All right. We're at 4 spins for 20, so we'll see how this one goes. See how this one goes. The other one, I think, when you do the break even and the partial losses and then the bonanza wins, I think the difference is these here that pay a flat amount no matter what number you hit, I think you don't go up as high, but you don't go down as deep. Those other ones, I think they'll go way down faster, but they come up way faster. So I think it's a more volatile version if I were to think about it a little bit. So we're at 5, we're at 30. So we're literally, if we were to double that, 10, that was 11 for 70. We're at 5 for 30. If we were to double this and stay on this trajectory, that would be 10 for $60, 11 for 70. We are literally on the same trajectory right now as that other one. Okay. So, and like I said, maybe it turns out better, maybe it turns out worse, but over time, it'll all kind of play. Look at this. All right. We're going to do 11 spins here, do or die. All right, there's 6 for 40. Right on track. And actually, this one could get lucky and we could get on a run of these 2 dozens and we have 5 more spins. That's another $50. We'd be at $90 instead of $70. Or we can obviously, like everybody says, you can see a dozen go cold. And that's how it goes. But right now we're tearing it up. So there we are. 7 for 50. We only had 1 loss. All right. I'm kind of feeling like we proved our point here, but we'll go ahead and we'll go to 11 and see how that goes. I was drinking when we were in Florida. My buddy bought the super accommodating. They asked me ahead of time, what kind of stuff we want to drink. And I was like, oh, I love good IPAs and stuff. And he bought me this variety pack from a beer called Victory. I had never heard of it before. And, man, it was really good. There was probably only one of the sample flavors in there, the variety, which was a double IPA. I don't really like super bitter beers. So like those double IPAs or any of the beers that have a IBU, the bitterness unit of over, say, I really don't like stuff much over 55, but the rest of them, they were these fruity IPAs, but they're not, when I say fruity, they're not like these sweet drinks. They just had this really nice hint of grapefruit or whatever. And for me, I like that when it's just got this nice citrusy flavor, which is, indicative to IPA. But anyway, the name of it's Victory. And I thought, okay, look, we're at 70 already at 9. See what I'm saying? You can skin the cat any way you want. You're still going to get the same amount of meat off of it, So, yeah, Victory. I thought I should contact them and they should sponsor me. Victory beer that could be our, thing. When you want victory on the roulette table, drink Victory beer. All right. So that's 9 and 1, right? That's 10. We have one more spin. So we would have to win here to be exactly the same as we were on the previous strategy. This would be awesome if we can get exactly. Obviously, we lose. We're down 40. Then we only end up 20. If we hadn't lost the previous one and we won this one, would have been up 90. But you can see, I think the point's taken, right? Okay, so we did lose. But I think you can see what I'm saying. If we were to keep playing this a little bit more and double up and get our money back, we'd end up right in the same freaking spot. All right, so that's enough of that ridiculousness. All right, let's get over here to our other table where we can place and save bets. All right, favorite. All right, we're going to go with 27 number dial. Good question was asked today in one of the in yesterday's video, which is the bet progression the same if you're doing 9 streets or if you're randomly choosing your own, either randomly or choosing your own 27 numbers? And the answer is yes. In both cases, you're choosing 27 numbers. It's just a matter of when you bet on the streets or double streets, it's just a quicker way to bet if you want to cover these numbers that are directly in front of it, right? So whether you do this way or you do that, or if you're covering 27 numbers, the payout's the same. You get a 3-to-1 payout if it's straight up. If you're going to do like I did the Mr. T, then the payouts wouldn't be the same because you have some different numbers. But in general, yes, you would martingale. And that's what the best thing about this graph is, that you can kind of watch it. And then as you bet, you can say, oh, okay, here I'm at. And now I can reduce my bet to get back to even. And as you know, in all my videos, or almost most of them, I tell you, bring your bet sizes back down as quickly as you can, because you want to get your progressions down low to save you from having to escalate. So it's very easy to get caught up and go, ooh, I won 2 and I'm up here. And you've seen me do it. If I bet high, then, okay, so there's that one. But actually, see, here's 27, my own number selections. The total bias. These numbers that are left open are just numbers that I don't like. I don't know why. And I told you guys in a previous video, and it turned out to be true. It feels like I notice whenever it hits a 9, 5, 17, 14 especially, and then sometimes a 15, that these numbers tend to be hit right after each other. So normally if I'm playing this and I hit a 9, 7, 14 or whatever, I won't play it again. All right, there's a 36, so we're winning. See, it's just 27 numbers. All right, let's see what else we got in here. All right, let's go holy splits. So here's holy splits. And actually I prefer covering the 3 and the 0 versus the 2 and the 0. So for you that are not familiar, you're covering these alternating splits, but you don't have to. You could cover the splits all on one side if you wanted to. You're basically covering, right, 12 splits. If you want to alternate them, too high, too low, too high, too low. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And then you're putting 2 units. So you're putting 1 unit on these splits. You're putting 2 units on the second column. And you're putting you're supposed to put 1 unit on the 0.2, but I'm going to move it to 0.3 so it gives us an extra coverage. So that's a loss. So now we're going to double. Really what this is it's a 24 number system with a touch of anabolic steroids by putting this dozen bet in here. And if you want to leave this number down here at the 2, basically you're giving yourself a bingo, a jackpot number on 2, but you ultimately want to hit this second column in this configuration because this gives you a bigger payout than if you hit the outside first or third column where these splits lie. So right now we're hoping for something right here in the middle. And I want to say maybe even in the system I saw where it was, I think CEG posted, it was a full number on 2. Oh my gosh, 27 twice. That dirty rat. All right. Cat's jumping all over, knocking stuff down. Okay, let's go. So I'm just going to have a little fun, and then I'm going to, I thought I would show you guys something fun with dice just at the end. And if you hate dice and you just wanted to see these, it's not part of the, I am going ahead and including this in our losses in the challenge. It's part of the challenge video, and I didn't call it out. I meant to call it out at the beginning saying that whatever we won or lost, but it doesn't really matter at this point because it's such a small amount. All right, there's a 12. How does this do for us? Doesn't even get us back in. So we really need to hit a second column number here. That's what you're really looking for. You know what? I'm not going to show you that dice thing. I'll save that for a dice video. I'm going to throw out a dice video here coming up. But I think what we will do is we were up 7. What were we up? 7:15 before this moment. Daily tracker. We were up 7:15. Let's do something a little wild. I love when she hides behind the TV. Excuse me. All right, let's see if we can get a second column. No. I don't know. Historically, I've never done well on this. Holy splits. I hate it. I hate 24 number systems. They just generally don't do well for me. I was hoping we were going to be up here again so that I could, I don't know, what should we do that's crazy? I was thinking, follow me here, I was just thinking of picking like, the cat's like going nuts. One of those, when they get the zoomies and they just decide, I've got all this energy and I'm going to make sure everybody's awake. And I'm going to run around, jump on everything, knock shit over, get my paw, get on the counter and knock whatever's there. All right, well, there's a hit, small hit. We need that. We really need this middle piece here. If we hit the 3 or 0, it pays out the same as any of these outside hits, right? If we left it here at the 0.2 and you hit the 2, it's a bonanza number. Let's do that. We lose the 3, so we exposed ourselves to an extra number. But if you hit the 2, then you're cranking. So let's hope for a 2. That would be nice. Oh, man. And it hits a 4. I mean, it's just crushing us right now. All right, $240. And this would put us down $400, which would mean we would be down to 300, roughly our 300, and we would just either do something mad scientist-y on this thing, or we would just call it a night, which I'm leaning towards calling it a night because I'm pretty beat. Started watching, I'd already seen it, but Witcher Origins. I like all that stuff. It's not, I don't think it's as good as the original Witcher series, but it was, stuff's good. I'm sorry to see, oh, my Lanta, this guy sucks. I don't like this guy. I just don't even like the looks of this guy. Yeah, I'm being a dick. I take that back. Who is this guy? It's not his fault. He's just spinning the ball. But you know what, Raisin? We never do well with this guy. We never do well with this guy. Again, it's not his fault, man. It's how it goes. Apologies, Raisin, if you see this. I'm being a jerk. So, let's hope that he can give us a 2 would be very, very nice right now. Otherwise, we're going down 800 some in the hole, 880. And that would kind of suck. I mean, look how many losses we've had in a row. Okay, there's a small win. We need a second column. Seriously. And if we can get a second column, every number in the second column is a win. Hello there.
Hello.
Silky robe. Come on, give us a second column. When's the last time a second column hit here? 36, 22, 20. So it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's been 10 spins since a second column has hit. Come on, we're due. Since it's been that many, I'm like tempted to start martingale and keep going. Burn the whole $5,000 bankroll searching for a second column. No. No. I'm going to go again. I know. I'm going to go again. This is redonkulous. Oh. This is redonkulous. All right. This is a 960 bet. You know what? The things I do to show you guys different strategies. Heartburn. Heartburn, man. And I don't even like this strategy. That's not your guys' fault. I'm the idiot that put it on there, right? Come on, give us a second. Man, a 2 would be badass. Okay. Oh, God, we still haven't hit it. Still haven't hit a second column. Outrageous. Oof. Here we go. Come on, dude. I hit that 4. I was like, oh, man, it's coming to that 2. It's coming to that 2. Then no. All right. Word of caution for those of you that watch this graph. It has been known on a regular basis to not match up to what it really is. So it sometimes doesn't record a hit. I don't know if I've ever not seen it record a miss, like when you go negative. Oh, there it is. There's our second column, finally. And it gets us almost back. So you know what? Screw that. Let's see if we can, we're almost back to even. We're going to go... Let's go 3 centipede for 270, Alex. Let's see what that can do for us. What else do we got up here that's juicy? I can get rid of all these 1, 2, 4. We never, I don't know. I have a bias. I don't like the 1, 2, 4. There's the Dr. Pepper on steroids. That's your placing 2 columns, and we could try that for a quick minute. All right, there we go. 72 in the profit. So let's try this Dr. Pepper on steroids. I showed that the other day. That was submitted to me. So 1 unit on red and 2 units on each of the 2 columns. And those columns were picked because this top column has the most red, and then this one has an even amount, whereas the second column has more black than red. So your vulnerability is certainly on the black, but we're looking for more, as many jackpot, which would be the red, both the first and the third column plus red. Those are kind of our honey pot numbers right there. All right, let's see what we can do. Sure, he doesn't hit a second column for like 14 years, and now he's hitting them. That's all right. We broke even, which was, I was like, how far are we down here? $786, and we were betting another $960. So, yeah, let's be grateful. All right, I think we'll play this for a couple, and then I'm really thinking, what should we do? Maybe go play 5 streets? You know how I love my double stuff. I like that a lot. Or we could play 2. I've been known to do 2 dozens, right? With some decent amount of money. All right, there's a red 36. That's what we were looking for. Man, payout isn't all that great, is it? What was the payout? So we were at 72 and now we're at 77. So, all right. So when you lose, you come back. You had to double up. So we're up 5. So that's not terrible, I guess, for a, what was it, a $20, $40, $50 bet? Let's see. We'll give it a couple spins here and see how this rolls. And I don't think... Yeah. I really, if you look through here, it's almost all 9 streets, right? All right, black. So that's a small win. All right. Let's see if let's see if we can get to 100 and call it. And then let's go figure to go throw. If we go 100, that gets us up to $815. We're going to go do $100 double streets and see if we can't get up to, a couple wins and get up to 1,000. Like I said, my goal right now is I'm laser focused on getting this average daily balance to $600 a day. Because if we can maintain 6, that means we would get to over $100,000 in 6 months. And we're, 2.5 months? We're at 78 days. Is that what it said? Ooh, there's a loss. There's a full loss. All right. So, yeah, we're at 78 days. Yeah. So, if we could get that up there. Cat's on freaking speed. If we can get this up there to, say, $600 at 90 days. I don't know if I can get it up there at 90, but I think we can get, no, never. We can get up there at 90 or at $90. Or excuse me, we can get this balance up to 600 by day 90. That would be awesome. And I think we can do it. So now that's my personal goal. That's my inside goal, is to hit this 100,000 by 6 months. All right, there's a red hit again. How does this do? This only gets us a couple bucks ahead of where we were, but $87. And someone had asked me if I get to, and sorry, I'm a little bit loopy from being tired and everything. If I did get to 100,000 in 6 months, would the challenge end? And the answer is no. And the reason why is because if I win at 6 months, we all know what negative naysayers are going to say, right? Oh, he just got lucky, and the reason why he had to get there in a hurry is because he knew it couldn't, if he was going to go to a year, it wouldn't work. All right, there's another good hit. Red and first column. What does this get? Okay, we're at 102, so we're done. Let's get out of here. So I don't want that to happen. So if we get to $100,000 in 6 months, we're just going to keep trucking on this challenge. I am going to start another challenge, whatever that may be, and we'll start that. But we're going to continue on this one for 1 year to see where it goes because, theoretically, I'll tell it right now, I will have won the challenge as soon as I hit $100,000. But I'll keep going just as secondary. But I will have won, pure and simple. And because it's negative EV, you don't even have to hit 100,000. they need to admit, even if I'm even Steven at the end of 1 year, that proves them wrong because I should be negative, right? Because every spin has a negative expected value. Here we go. All right, we are at $817 right now. If we can get 2 spins, maybe eke out a third, that would be nice. That would get us over $1,000 today. That would really help us out pushing towards getting our average daily balance to $600 and above. Okay, I saw that 34 there and went, dope. All right, there's one. $917. I love when I don't know, I do something and she looks at me like,
I literally was
did you lick
closing my
paint chips as
paper.
a child? Did you drink paint? What happened?
You obviously did. What the hell?
You clapped, so I just
No,
jumped.
I didn't. I closed.
Okay. She closed her
Right.
iPod case. Sounded like she clapped, so I just turned around and clapped back at her. All right, look at that.
I'm gonna start doing that randomly now.
Closing your case.
Clapping.
Oh. All right, look at that. We're at 1,017. I think if we're going to make $600 average daily balance, we're going to have to push the limit sometimes. That's what we're doing right now. I'm only going to do one more here. That'll get us to 1,100. That'll get us to 1,100. And that would be 3 spins in a row. Yeah, I'm not going to say it. I'm not even thinking about it. Too late. I already was thinking about it. You know what I'm thinking about right now. Oh, but we did it. All right, we're calling it a night. Look at that. Whew. So that's $402. Let's come back here to the daily tracker. Plus 402. That's $1,117 for the day. Let's go to our graph and update that. Plus 402. There's our graph, right? Updated. And we come here to the summary. 474 daily balance, 78 days. We are at 36,998 profit. But more importantly, our surplus is 13,598. Almost, yeah, $13,500 is our surplus. That's how far we go. We could lose all of that and still be on track. We'd be right at the gray line if we did that, right? We'd be right at the gray line, which is where we need to be, right at those spots. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to live stream some dice and some of the other games, and then maybe I'll probably live stream this as well. I just won't, when you see it on YouTube, I won't record the live stream stuff because I know a bunch of you don't want to see the comments people are making. I don't know. Maybe I will. Put in the comments. Do you want to see the actual live screen page, or do you want to just see the screen like we're doing? Also, I'm trying to blow up the balance, and so I'm putting that in the bottom right corner because that's where the balance is now, instead of moving it to the top left, because this way when you see the large balance, you see the actual balance and you can make sure that that's the actual balance happening, because I was afraid if I put it up there and you didn't see the balance down here, people say, oh, he's making up his own balance. I don't know, who knows. Anyway, I hope everyone has a great Monday. Good rest of the week. Be good humans, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Have a good night. Cheers.